Hi, this is Jacob on the one up top, and now I'm going to do the reaction to Crystal Palace at home to West Brom. Now, before I go into the game, I want to shout out Wilfried Zaha, because for me, what he did is what everybody should be doing. If we're going to stand up to racism, what are you doing on the floor? So shout out to Wilfried Zaha, because if we're going to stand up to racism, everybody should stand up to it. You know, I feel that the players getting on the knees, what's it doing? Because, you know, you're getting a lot of platforms that are not doing anything about the racist abuse on social media. You know, when the fans come back, there'll be racist abuse. They're not really doing anything. You know, I saw something on ITV. They're banning female celebrities or male celebrities who have OnlyFans. But then when you've got people being racist, they're not getting banned. So all this, you know, take the knee, you know, never understood it. You know, that's the way that George Floyd died, but we're on the floor mimicking the police officer. So I've never been a fan of getting on the knee. Stand up to this stuff, you know. And if it's not going to make a difference, that's fine, but at least stand up to it. But that's my rant over. If we move on to the football, it was a win that Palace needed. You know, it wasn't a great game. I watched most of it. You know, the definite penalty. Furlong was very unlucky, you know, misjudged the flight of the ball. And Sam Allardyce summed it up perfectly. You know, West Brom actually played quite well. You know, they had a little bit about them. It's just the goals that are struggling, you know. They've got the new centre forward that they've brought up top. He's been unlucky to not get on in the goals, but that's what's letting West Brom down. I've seen them play quite a few times, and if they just, you know, there's a lot of games where if they scored the first goal, probably get themselves the result. It's just, you know, it's unlucky for them that they're trying to dig in, they're trying to stay in this league, and they're looking a lot better than Sheffield United, who everybody else has ruled out to be out in the league. But I just feel sorry for them. You know, they've got some good players again. They had a couple of players that played quite well. They took the game to Palace, but I think with West Brom, whether they were going to keep Slaven Bilic or they were going to bring in Sam Allardyce, I think for me they did it 3 or 4 games too late. You know, Slaven Bilic had a great result against Man City away, but by then they should have decided whether they're going to keep him or not. And I think if they kept him then, they might have gone on a little run. And if you know, just a case of getting an extra 4 or 5 points on top of what they've got now without the changes and stuff would have made a massive difference to their season. As I said to Jason in the previous podcast, I honestly felt that West Brom needed to really win it. You know, he was quite confident, and on the base of play, they probably deserved to get something from it. You know, they contained Zaha, who I thought would be a main threat on the day. He didn't do too much, and it was just down to a penalty. You know, that penalty doesn't go in, they might get the 0-0. It's a different story, but I do feel sorry for West Brom, because unlike Brighton, they've had a few games where they should have got a few more points, but unfortunately, they're looking destined unless they can do what they've done in previous campaigns and pull off a magic run of results and put on another great escape.